So Tomio, we just are at Facebook headquarters, and we just saw Mark Zuckerberg and crew present their newest product, Graph Search.
It was expected by some people, but it was basically a social search engine, if I could say that. So instead of web search, you have a search organized by all your Facebook likes and friends and things like that. What did you think that was most interesting about it?
I thought it was pretty intuitive. It makes a lot of sense for Facebook. It's just going to make it easier to, find certain people, find out things about the people that you, like and know. What I was surprised by was, because I cover privacy, just how much they're emphasizing the privacy controls around this, and the fact that it's not going to expose any new information. It's just about finding information that's already public or already been shared with you and organizing it in new ways. So some of the sample searches they were doing were like, tell me friends of mine who like trail running, or one of the product developers has a relative who's new in town and who's single, and so he wants to help her meet people. So he was looking for friends of friends who are San Francisco residents who are single, who are from India. And so I think it's just going to allow you to find information that was hard to find before.
They were using a lot for travel, which I think will probably be big, like places in Ireland that my friends liked or that my friends visited, or photos from Ireland that my friends liked, things like that. And so they have a lot of this data that never really has been unearthed before, that I think this will bring out, whether it's for search or sort of a Yelp-like restaurant kind of search also, which I think is going to be big, especially for check-ins, like Facebook check-ins. I think a lot of people haven't used that before, but now you have a reason to, because you can search for Mexican restaurants in San Francisco that my friends liked or checked into.
One of the big questions from the audience was, can you monetize this at all? And their answer was no, that this is just about improving the services on the site. But I think it is about finding necessary information as opposed to just friending people, and I'm sure that they'll be able to build some kind of product, or at least better advertising around that.
They listed 4 areas you can search for now: people, places, interests, and photos. And I think definitely the places and interests are going to be big, because you can search for movies my friends liked, or movies my friends who are doctors liked, or things like that, and they can definitely,
my friends like,
yeah, music my friends liked. And they can definitely insert sponsored stuff in there really easily, and I think that'll be big, because Google showed, like, when you have intent and you're searching for a movie or a restaurant, that's when people are most likely to buy. So I think that'll be a definite, you should look for that, I would say, pretty soon.
And it's rolling out slowly. Not everyone is going to be able to use the tool at first. There's a waiting list online that you can sign up for, and they said they're just rolling it out really slowly because they basically don't want to, I think, offend Facebook users and have another big privacy outcry or take people by surprise. And he also said it's a ton of data that they're really organizing and processing in a new way, and so they need to work out some kinks.
It seems like every new feature with Facebook, there's an outcry, so
we can expect it.
Yeah, Facebook is using Microsoft's Bing search engine for searches that do not fall under those 4 categories. So, like the weather or things like that, you'll get a Bing search result instead. And so the audience asked Mark Zuckerberg, why don't you use Google instead? He gave the reason that this requires a lot of commitment from the partner, which is Microsoft, to do the integration and really fast search results, and maybe he sort of implied that Google didn't want to make that commitment to do it. But I thought it was pretty interesting that he said as much as he did about Google.
Yeah, it was. And the only thing that's not going to be part of this rollout that's going to come later is the ability to actually search for other users' posts.
Right.
And I think that'll raise some privacy questions, because a lot of people have put posts up over years and years and years, and they're hard to find right now, and it will be easier to find those, and that's where we're going to encounter some privacy issues, I'm sure.